Hey, it's Drew Bennett from BenSpark.com, and today is another Transformers Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going through all the Transformers that I have in my collection. A lot of them are still in the box, like this one. So this is Thundercracker that I have. It's part of the Generations line that came out a while back. I have that one to show you, and then part of Transformers Universe line is a character repaint called Roadbuster, or Autobot Roadbuster, because they don't have the license for the name anymore, so they can't just call him Roadbuster. But he's painted in the colors of Roadbuster, who was from G1, later G1. There was Whirl and Roadbuster. Anyway, this guy, Roadbuster, in the comics was part of the Wreckers. The actual Wreckers, not just like Wheeljack got shoehorned in on Transformers Prime. But Roadbuster was part of the Wreckers, and he was one of the more. He almost had a Robotech feel to him, the original, and I have that packed away somewhere, but unfortunately I don't have that right now. So Roadbuster and Thundercracker. So I'm going to open up the Thundercracker figure and show you that in detail, and then we'll go through this Roadbuster, which is actually a repaint. I think I forget which character it was, but it was, I believe, the Transformers Cybertron line. So that was a cartoon Transformers Cybertron. It was like Armada, Energon, Cybertron, and I believe Cybertron is one when they had all these different keys, and so this character actually has one of those like Autobot keys to make it do some additional things. So I'm going to show you real quick what each one of those look like, and then I'll be right back. It's the vehicle mode for Autobot Roadbuster, and he's pretty much an armored personnel carrier for like maybe a SWAT team or something like that. This is what I mean by the key. You take the key, and you push it in, and that'll pop those up. So now he's got even more of a weapons array happening. You can also open this part here, so more weapons. So he's a formidable character, which that Roadbuster was. He actually had some decent weapons for when he was his G1 self. So I'm going to turn him into a robot. So here's Autobot Roadbuster, and he's transformed into his robot mode. He also has, so here are the, kind of the missile launchers here, and he's got a sword, which I probably have. Maybe turn around. Hard to tell which way that sword's supposed to go, but probably put the thicker side out to slash. Here's what he looks like on the back, and on the back here is where you put the key. Once it pops up, and when it pops this up, this is where we start to put him into what's called attack mode. And for attack mode, you can also drop, so this is going to shoot out a whole bunch of like mini missiles, and then this will drop down, and this will drop down to shoot out more missiles. But this isn't really that great a design feature, because now it gets stuck there, and you can't really move that arm or that arm. But maybe it's just supposed to be standing there firing off tons and tons of missiles. So you can see all the little spots where there's a giant missile array for this character. He is he's supposed to be pretty formidable, and I guess a little bit. I did like the original one a lot better, and I think they did a Generations one too, and I never got a chance to pick that up, and I really wanted to, but I didn't see it in the stores. I may try to find that. Roadbuster was one of my favorite characters. This is an okay one. I think out of the three, it's probably the third out of the three. Well, with the G1 being the best one. You know, just probably for the nostalgia sake of it. And that was one of the ones that I really liked a lot. He was like this big, fat Jeep. Real, well, thin, low to the ground, but then wide Jeep. But that's Autobot Roadbuster. To be part with the legs. So that, you know, things are all out of the way for the legs and stuff like that. All in all, really nice character. The arms flip out for these ones, and they fit right into the chest. I like the transformation. I like the look of him. Thundercracker, nice looking Seeker. And yeah, so there he is, robot mode and vehicle mode. And here we have Thundercracker. Thundercracker, one of the original Decepticon Seekers. And this is just Thundercracker as he is. He comes with some weapons. I can put those on underneath. They comes with missile launchers. And the missile launchers go on here. There's a spot right there for on each side. And then that fires the missile launchers. Push back on that. You see, going to be part of his chest there on the bottom. The one thing that it doesn't have is one of the landing gear for on the nose part, like the originals had, the G1 ones had. I think those are like a separate attachment. I'm not sure if they flip down or not, but I believe this is a mold that's been used a number of times, and I don't know. I like it. I mean, I like all the Seekers. They're all pretty good. So let me turn that into a robot. So those are some Transformers for Transformers Tuesdays. I'm really hoping that in the future I can bring you some of the new stuff and work some more with the folks at Hasbro. That is something that I'm working on right now, trying to get in with the PR folks at Hasbro, as I have in the past with the other people who have represented the Transformers line from Hasbro. Unfortunately, I'm not going to Toy Fair this year, and they used to have a really cool Hasbro press event where you'd learn all sorts of things about the different figures and anything that was coming up for Transformers. I used to spend most of my time at the press event there, and then also I would go for another night, which is a special blogger night at the Hasbro. They had an off-site building where it was like the Time Warner building, and so I would go there to be part of the press event, and I would try to spend as much time as possible at the Transformers one so I could take many pictures as possible of the Transformers stuff, just to show you the new stuff that was coming out. Anyway, Drew Bennett from BenSpark.com. You can find me on Instagram as BenSpark, on Twitter as BenSpark, at Facebook.com/I'mNotAFamousBlogger. You can subscribe here, and please leave me a comment. Today's question of the day would be, which faction are you? Autobot or Decepticon? Predacon? Maximal? Let's see, Minicon? Are you part of the Wreckers? Or, all Dinobots? Are you like, what faction's your favorite faction for Transformers? Thank you, and please come back tomorrow.